Can you tell me if I was from a different country, never heard your music, who is Vina Mills?
A very eclectic, soulful person, fun, energetic, and known for, well, I've been told that I'm known for my music to give fulfillment to people's lives, primarily women.
Okay, and so I guess one could say that there are plenty of young, talented women who are singing. What makes you different? What makes you the standout in this generation of artists?
Um, I think the difference is just really the authentic things about me. I'm really myself, really original. I write my own music. Um, the stage presence, the look, everything. I can't really put words to it. It's more of a thing that I can show you better than I can tell you. But I don't know. I just believe that there's nothing greater than your own truth, and my truth is a real person. There's nothing fake with me. There's no gimmicks. There's no people telling me how to be, what to look like, what to sound like. It's all generally me. And I think that's what sets me apart. Because, people relate to reality. And that's really what I am. I just happen to be the one on stage.
Okay, well, very impressive. I read that at the tender age of 6, you started singing and dancing with training through your father. So, can you
Yeah.
briefly take me through the evolution from 6 years old, training with your dad, to where you are now?
You know what? When I was 6, he was like really heavy into the music and stuff. And growing up, we weren't. I didn't grow up with a silver spoon in my mouth. I'll say that. And so music has always been kind of like my way of playing, like my way of having fun, opposed to going to the park or playing with baby dolls. I wrote songs and I danced and I sang, and I used to see him and how happy he was when he did it, and I just wanted a piece of that. So he would kind of just teach me songs and kind of critique me and tell me to really appreciate music and to know, music is supposed to inspire people and music is supposed to bring fun to your life. So
Right,
with that kind of discipline, it just kind of became who I was. You know what I mean? So
right.
even he had died when I was little. So even after he died, it was my outlet to get through his death. It's my outlet to get through life and just kind of everything. And I just kind of kept pushing forward and doing auditions, talent shows. I would sing for anybody. I would perform at any place, any venue,
Right.
because it's just fun for me. It's just kind of something that I love to do. It's not really a job or something that someone's making me do.
Okay, so was your father in the music industry when you were growing up?
He was. He was a musician. He played the guitar. He wrote songs. He actually wrote some stuff for Dolly Parton a long, long time ago, way before I was born.
Oh,
He was
okay.
heavy into the music industry, and then once he had my brothers and I, it kind of slowed down for him, and I think that's why he pushed me so hard in it too.
Oh, okay. Well, what would you say was your first big break? Like, I know you've been singing and dancing since you were 6, but what was the event or audition that really gave you the thought that, wow, this could be my career for the rest of my life?
I think it's just being. No, I can tell you this one time. This one time, it was maybe about 3 years ago. I've always did this, and I've always looked at this like my life. But about 3 years ago, this one young lady came to me after my show, and she was a young girl, maybe like 12 or 13 or something, and she had tears in her eyes, and she told me that when she see me on stage and when she listens to my music, it inspires her to really live out her dreams, and it inspires her to let her know that she can do it too. And we're both she's from Detroit too, and I think what she saw was, okay, here's a girl from Detroit, she kind of grew up like me, and she made it, and, she inspired me to do what I love to do, and she's showing me that it is possible. And for me, that was just the most fulfilling thing that I've ever had. And then it went from that one girl to almost every time I have a concert or every time I have something where I can actually talk to my fans. They always say stuff like that, and that's when I knew. I said, okay, this isn't just my life, this isn't just my career, but it's what I'm supposed to do. It's my purpose, because now people are kind of depending on me for certain things, like for inspiration and confidence. And that's when I was like, okay, I have to be an international superstar because it's not about me anymore.
Right. Would you say that living in Detroit has influenced the artist that you are?
Yeah, it has, because for a long time, Detroit was all I knew. That's where
Right.
I'm from. And, of course, you have inspirations like Motown, and we have Eminem and Aaliyah. It's always been like a music maven, but I think the way I grew up was the inspiration, because it really inspired my music. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like,
I understand completely.
yeah, I don't know, just going through stuff, inspires records, inspires songs, and it really brings out the emotion in the songs that I have and stuff. So, yeah, it definitely helps.
Okay. So I'm going to take you back a little bit. Do you remember your first ever live singing performance with an audience? And what was that
My first ever
experience
what?
like? Your first ever experience singing in front of a live audience, and were you nervous? What was going through your
Oh
head?
my God. Yes, I was so nervous. I was like shaking nervous, super duper nervous because I have a very long dance background. As a backup dancer, I've toured with a lot of people and done TV shows and did a whole lot of stuff as a dancer. So a lot of people knew me as a dancer first, and they had no idea that I sang and write music. So the first time that I performed live, a lot of people were like, "Wait, she can sing?" And I could see
Right.
people's faces kind of like, "Huh?" So it made me even more nervous. But once the mic came on and I heard the music and everything, the lights came on, everything, it was a piece of cake. And I was
Oh,
like, okay, this is where I'm the most comfortable. And I was like, okay, but almost every time, like 5 minutes before I go on stage, I'm like super nervous.
oh. Okay. So backup dancing, how did that kind of take off for you? Because I mean, touring with backup dancing, it's a pretty hard field to get into. So how were you able to break
Yeah.
into that?
You know what? I'm just an artist. I love art, dance, writing music, all of it. And when I was in high school, we didn't really, our dance department was really, really good. And I remember auditioning, and my dance teacher was like, wow, you're really good. You should go far in this. You should do more. So it went from there to dancing in college. And then after that, I just started auditioning for certain people. And I moved to Atlanta and made a whole lot of friends in the music industry. And then some of them just started asking me to dance for them, and that's when the touring kind of came. And with touring, when you dance for an artist, you travel with them and you do TV shows with them and all kind of stuff. We've done 106 in Park with Usher. I've done 106 in Park with Sammy. And I toured with Sammy and Young Jock and Lloyd. And that's cool, but, I think I was so good as a dancer because I went so hard because I always knew that I'm an artist and I wanted to be in the front. So
I can definitely see your backup dancing influence when I watch like your shows. Your shows are so animated, and you really more than just having a great voice. I can tell that it's about the complete show for you. It's not just a
yeah.
mic. And so how did that come to be? I know that you're a backup dancer, but what do you think it is that just allows you to just get on stage and just go off with the music and the dancing?
I think everybody has two personalities,
Yeah.
on stage, I'm the most comfortable, the most confident, the most sexy, everything. So I can't explain, what happens when I'm on stage or how that comes about. It's just something that happens. But the creative process, my choreographer, which is also my artistic director and my best friend, we sit down together and we come up with themes for every show. And with the theme, we tie in what I wear, we tie in my hair, we tie in the song selection, the choreography, the look of the choreography, the lights, everything. So it's all about the production when it comes to stage for me. And I just believe that I owe my fans that. People come pay a good penny to come and see you. You should entertain them. So I take the showmanship very serious.
Okay. I've also read that you've opened up for Lil Wayne. Tell me about that.
Yeah. That just kind of happens. A lot of times when these people come to Detroit and, we just get on the show. Sometimes they ask us or sometimes we present it to them and they just say yeah, and it just kind of happens. And most of the time we get to meet them, and they're all pretty cool. So a lot of times that just kind of happens. You know, you go to a certain city and you call who's ever popping in the city to come and do your set. You know.
Okay. As far as inspiration go, I know that you're from Detroit, the whole Motown. Who is your inspiration, your musical inspiration?
I'm really, you know, I study artists like Prince and Tina Turner, James Brown, Michael Jackson, even Elvis. I'm more so into, like, I love the music of today, but I really love diehard entertainers, you know, people who really put their passion on the stage and got that real raw talent. I really, I'm more inspired by them. But I have a lot of favorite artists that are up today. Like, I love Beyonce. I like Adele. I like Big Sean, Andre 3000, Jay-Z. You know, there's so many inspirations. But like James Brown and Tina Turner are really the people that I just go crazy for.